This is exactly how companies are paying individual dividends for just being a shareholder in their companies, for holding their company shares. So if you've been seeking one ways to make money from the stock market, then this is a possible ways and a guaranteed way you can actually use to start making money from the stock market. So on this video, I want to explain what dividends is and how you can position yourself to start getting your own dividends. I'm going to be explaining everything you need to know about dividends and how you can position yourself to start getting your own. So if you are joining the stock market newly, then this is a basic fundamental you should really understand before you venture into investing your money in any company stock. So we are going to be discussing what are dividends and how do you get paid. How do you get paid? What are dividends and how you can be paid? How Nigeria company put money directly into your pocket or in your pocket as a shareholder in their company. So if you own a share maybe of Dangote shares, MTN shares, Airtel shares, Cement, Dangote Sugar, there are numerous of them. You can mention Cadbury. There are so many companies listed on the NGX. So if you hold the company shares, there is always a guarantee that they will pay you dividends. So we want to explain these dividends very well so that you really understand what dividends is. So if you've been hearing the word dividend, what is dividend? Or what are dividends? So let's explain it. A dividend is a portion of a company's profit shared with shareholders. A portion of a company's profit shared with shareholders. Let me just say it in a very layman's way that you will understand. It is like a thank you gift that the company gives to shareholders who own their shares. So one of the ways you can be a beneficiary of it is when you are a shareholder of that company shares. They don't just share the shares randomly to people passing on the street. For you to be a benefactor, you must be a shareholder of that company. This is the simplest way. It is like a thank you gift they are giving to you. Say thank you for holding. I've used Nigeria parlance or Nigeria accent. All right, this is a thank you gift they will give to you for holding their share. So it's a dividend. Dividend is a portion of a company's profit. Maybe after their annual report and everything at the end of the year, they will decide to say, okay, this is what you have made for profit. Okay, let's share this part and give it to as dividend to our shareholders. So if you're a shareholder maybe on GTCO or Dangote Cement, Cement or MTN or any company entirely, if they are deciding to pay dividend and you hold this company share, you are officially legal to receive those dividends. Now, when a company makes money, it can either reinvest it or pay shareholders as dividends. Now, there are many infant companies that are growing up. So once they make profit, they might decide to keep it and reinvest it. But there are companies like that, their market capitalization are worth trillions of naira. Companies like GTCO, Zenith Bank, MTN, they are worth trillions of naira. Those companies do show consistency in dividends payment. So if you buy maybe shares of this company, you are guaranteed or you are sure of getting dividends. So dividends are your reward for owning a share in that company. Like we said earlier, it's a thank you gift they will give to you. Thank you for holding our shares for this year. Thank you for holding our share and you have not sold it. We thank you for this. Just take this one and use it for yourself. So if you're a shareholder, you are guaranteed or you are always sure of receiving dividends. Now it says here that you don't need to sell your shares to earn. No, to receive dividends you don't need to sell your shares. As long as the share is still with you, you are still eligible to receive dividend. You don't need to sell your shares. So you earn your shares and your actual price or your portfolio value is still intact. Now let's say you bought 5,000 units of GTCO and they decide to pay they have paid, I think, yes, they have paid dividends. As of the time I'm recording this video, GTCO have already paid dividends for the year. So now if you own their shares and they have paid dividends, Your share value will still be intact, but you have received dividend. It is like a profit to your investment. Okay, so you don't need to sell your shares to earn. The money comes to you. Now, the more shares you hold, the more dividends cash you receive. That's why I often advise my students, do not diversify as a beginner investor. If you really want to earn more in dividends, then you must hold maximum amount of the company shares. For every unit of share you hold, you get paid for that unit. Now, imagine a company declares 48 naira per unit and you hold more than 1,000 units of that company share. Just use your calculator and press it. You will understand. All right. So types of dividends on the NGX. Let's rush through this. Cash dividends. Company pays you actual money into your account. This is one of the commonest one we've seen around us. Cash dividends. Bonus issued scrip dividends. Company give you extra free shares instead of cash. Although I've not experienced this, but I've experienced cash dividends. Interim dividend pay mid-year before the full year results are out, before their annual report. They can do interim. Then final dividend they pay after the company releases its full year's financial result. This is a final dividend, and sometimes it's often big. Yes, the amount is often big. Now, some companies pay both interim and final dividends in the same year. You should note that also when it comes to dividend. Now, how dividends payment work? This is where everything becomes very clear. Now, a company declares profit, board approved dividends, and announced to NGS. A dividend amount per share is stated. All right, so this is everything is just following a sequence, a proper sequence. Company declares profit, board approved dividends, and announce to the NGS, and a dividend amount per share is stated. Dividend amount per share is stated. Like we said earlier, that if you hold 5,000 units of maybe GTCO and maybe 3 naira per share is declared, that means for that your 5,000 units, you are receiving 3 naira for every unit you have. So a dividend amount per share is stated. Now, the key date are published. You must pay attention to these dates, which is very, very important. If you want to partake in this dividend, then you must be conscious of these specific dates. We are going to discuss on this date. Dividend is paid to everyone who qualified before the closure date. Now, let's explain this. The payment is sent directly to your bank account, linked to your CSCS. So everything is regulatory or regulated actually. All right, so the account you use to open your stock account, the broker you use will give you a space where you have to fill in your bank account. So once the dividend is being paid, or when they want to pay the dividend, it will be paid directly into your bank account. You don't need to fill any other extra form or go to the office and say dividends time is now, no, start paying me. No, but the account you use in registering or creating your broker account, your brokerage account, it is what they will pay the dividends into. Now, the 3 dates every investor must know. 3 dates that every investor must know. This is where the dividend is being paid. All right, so if you want to partake in it, then you should really understand these 3 dates. Now, the first one is the qualification date, the deadline to own shares and be eligible for dividends. The qualification date. Now, if perhaps, let's say GTCO or Zenith Bank has declared dividends now, the qualification date, they say the qualification date is from now to the 20th or to the 30th of May. And you bought shares from now to the 30th of May, that means you are eligible. The closure date, the register closes now. New buyers qualify after the date. No new buyers actually qualifies after the date, the closure. Although if you buy after the closure date, you will not receive dividends till the next year. That is guaranteed. You won't receive dividends until the next year. So you should be mindful of the qualification date. So if you want to receive next year's dividends, start buying now. Yes, start buying now. So when they announce the date, maybe before then, if you are still holding your shares, you'll be qualified. Then the payment date, the actual date money hits your bank account. This one, you don't have to do anything. As long as you have qualified, you can go and sleep. They will pay you. All right, they will pay you. Everything is regulated. Everything is regulated. There are bodies that are responsible for this. The CSCS is there, the SEC is there. Those are bodies, regulatory bodies that organizes and run the affairs of the Nigeria exchange. So you should not be afraid of anything. Now, miss the qualification date, miss dividends. If you miss qualification date, you will miss dividend. If you buy after the qualification date, although your stocks will still be intact, but you will not receive dividends. So if you miss qualification date, you miss the dividend. It is that simple. Very simple. Now, NGS stocks known for consistent dividends. All right. Like we said earlier, that there are companies that don't pay dividends. They might decide to reinvest the profit for the year into the business bag, like infant industry, infant companies that are just starting out. They might decide to invest their profit back into their business. Now, these are some of the companies that have shown consistent history in payment of dividends. We have Zenith Bank, we have GTCO, which is guaranteed trust, we have Access Holding, Dangote Cement, Stanbic. There are numerous of them. We have GTCO, we have I think Boa Cement, and also Boa Food. Also, there are also companies that have shown strong consistency in dividends payment. So if you're obsessed with gaining dividends, which is the primary reason why we invest to make money, then you should focus on companies that have strong records of dividends payment. Like EcoBank, for instance, now it has been long those company the company paid dividends. So if you buy that shares, you won't be receiving dividends even this year. Even First Bank also have not declared dividends as of the time I am recording this video. There are many companies that have not declared dividends for the year. There are companies that are going to be paying dividends by July. This is May. By July, companies will be paying dividends. So if you hold this company shares, you check for the qualification date, the closure date, and the payment date. It is very important. So you know this. So look out for companies before investing. Companies with strong dividend history. All right. So consistency matters more than a one-time big payout. Consistency. Companies that are paying every year, it matters more than one-time big payout that the company won't pay for 5 years, but they'll just show up maybe 2 years or maybe the next 7 years and pay you one big dividend. It does not really matter. So the consistency matters more. All right, even if you are receiving 2 naira per share, let it be coming often. Let it be coming often. It matters more than the 50 naira per share that you will receive maybe in 10 years' time. So understand this. So always track companies' dividend histories. It's very, very important. Now, how to actually receive your dividends? Your CSS account must be active and linked to a valid bank account. Like I told you, these are regulatory bodies, CSCS. All right, they are regulatory bodies that organizes the stock market. So your account must be active and linked to a valid bank account. So any broker you are using, once you've created your account, automatically they will give you a CSCS account. If you don't have it, that means that your brokerage account is not valid. Simple. If you don't have a CSCS account, that means your the brokerage app you're using and the profile there you're using to buy stock is not valid. Even if the brokerage app is legit, you won't be able to access the stock market. So your CSCS account must be active and linked to a valid bank account. Your bank account details must be up to date with your stockbroker. Your bank account detail must be up to date with your stock. There is a glitch here. If you are careless with this, maybe the name on your bank account is different from the name on the stockbroker you're using. You won't receive dividends. Forget it. So make sure the name matches. If you are registering, make sure the name matches the name on your broker and the one with your bank account. All right. The next one here, dividends are sent electronically. No need to go anywhere. You don't need to go and fill any form, any dividends payment form also. Just create the account with a legit broker. Excuse me. There are several licensed broker online. We have Bamboo, Alpha Invest, Merry Trade. They are all licensed broker. So once you create an account with them, that means everything will be done electronically. Now, unclaimed dividends go into an ICRO. You can still reclaim them later. Now, always verify your account details with your broker before closure date. Always verify. If it requires you to update it, update it. All right. So key takeaway: dividends are cash or shared paid to you just for holding stocks, company stocks. So it's not just given to random people, it's given specifically to shareholders. Know your trade date, qualification date, closure date is very, very important. Miss them and you miss out. Dividend yield helps you compare which stocks rewards you better. Like I said earlier, focus on dividend paying stock with strong history. All right, reinvesting dividends is a silent wealth building strategy most beginners ignore. Some people, when they receive their dividends, they just use it to enjoy themselves. Some people reinvest it back. So it's all left for you to decide. You don't need to sell a single share to earn consistent income on the NGS. You don't need to sell. As long as you still hold this company share, you are guaranteed to receive your dividends. All right, so we've just gone through this now, explaining what dividends is. Even a layman will understand what we've just said right now. But in case you miss any part, just go ahead, rewind the video back and watch again. Take your time and watch again. I'll be seeing the subsequent video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead right now, hit the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so you get notified when we drop new videos. If you have any question, any contribution, you can use the comment section and I'll be there to answer you. I'll see you in the subsequent video again. Bye for now. Thank you.